morning, yogis. It's Kristen. Welcome to class. It is time to rise and shine with a nice, energetic, energizing morning yoga flow. So let's get right to it. No bells and whistles, no prompts needed. We're just gonna move around, wake things up, get the breath going, and get the day off to a great start. So beginning in child's pose, big toes come to touch, knees go wide, arms stretch out in front of you, forehead coming down to the ground. And we'll start with just 3 centering breaths here. So breathing in through your nose, fill up. And then exhale through your mouth, let it go. 2 more times, deep breath in through your nose, fill up. And then let it go. Nice. 1 more time, breathing in. Exhaling to let it go. And then rising up with a sense of gratitude for a new day. Coming into your tabletop, walking knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, and just take a few rounds of breath here to move your body freely in a way that just feels inviting to you, that feels good. What is it that you need this morning? Maybe that's some cat-cows, maybe it's some hip circles, maybe it's a child's pose, again, more of that, or maybe it's a cobra or any other shape. You could thread the needle, you could get into your side body, like whatever it is that's calling your name. Go for it. We'll just take a couple more rounds of breath, moving around intuitively. And then as you're ready, start to make your way right into downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back. And then again, just continuing to move around for a couple rounds of breath here. You can pedal out your feet, shake out your head. Maybe you explore a plank pose, maybe an upward facing dog, maybe a 3-leg dog, whatever it is that you need. Just a couple more rounds of breath before we really start to get into the flow. So on your next inhale, I want you to lift your heels high. And as you exhale, step or hop up to the top of your mat. Coming into Uttanasana, standing forward fold, rooting down through your feet, beginning your day with this nice kind of earthy, rooted energy, right? So pressing all 4 corners of your feet deep down into the center of the earth, relaxing the crown of your head down towards the ground, maybe moving here. You can sway side to side, front to back, like whatever it is that would feel good for you. And then come back to center. Inhale here, lift up halfway. Lengthening your spine, maybe straightening the backs of the legs fully now, just to really stretch into those hamstrings and calves and the backs of the knees. Finding length through the crown of the head here. And then let that go, drop back down over your legs. And we'll do that 2 more times, moving with the breath, inhaling to lift halfway. And then exhaling, release. Nice. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, release. This time as you breathe in, bring it all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Just a big full body stretch. Maybe you lean back slightly, bringing in a little bit of a back bend element to it. And then as you exhale, dive back down over your legs. Nice. On your next inhale, I want you to lift your right leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, cross your right ankle behind your left ankle, bringing both feet flat to the floor. Take a breath in to lift halfway. Take a breath out to fold. Now carefully come all the way up to standing, inhaling your arms up overhead, maybe a little back bend. And then exhaling to travel back down over your legs. Unwind your feet. Bring them back to hips distance. On your next inhale, take your left leg up to the sky, and as you exhale, cross that left ankle behind the right. Breathing in here, lift halfway. Breathing out, fold, and then inhale, come all the way up. Nice big stretch, reach up, maybe go back, and then exhale, fold back down. Unwinding your legs, feet flat to the floor. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold, plant your palms, step it back to your downward facing dog. All right, if you weren't awake yet, you are now. Let's take a breath and send your right leg to the sky. And then bend your knee here, open up through the hip. Good. And then just start to move that knee around in circles. So big circles, little circles, doesn't matter, just getting into that hip a little bit more. Beautiful. And then squaring your hips back off. Right leg reaches up, and as you exhale, take a big step forward. Set your right foot down between your hands. Go ahead and heel toe your right foot out to the right edge of your mat for lizard lunge. And we're not here for long, but I just want to give you an opportunity to get into those hips a little bit more. If you're anything like me, you usually wake up with those hips pretty tight. So feel free to move and groove and wiggle around here. And just find a nice stretch, right? So you can shift side to side, front to back. You can make big circles with your hips. Maybe you straighten your right leg. Like whatever it is that you need here is perfect. Good, and then I want you to step your right foot back to meet your left high plank. Go ahead and lower all the way down onto your belly. And we'll take a nice energizing back bend here. Sweep your arms back behind you. You can just rest them down by the sides, or you can interlace your fingers. And with an inhale, lift up into locust pose. So driving your knuckles back behind you. Heart lifts, legs lift, breathe in, breathe out. Release out of that. On your in-breath, press up to your tabletop. And as you exhale, take it back to your downward facing dog. Good, on your next inhale, send your left leg to the sky. And then bend that left knee, stacking the hip over the right. And then circling it out here. So just going a few times in one direction and a few times in the other direction. No right or wrong, just waking things up, getting that energy moving. Nice, then square your hips back off and take a big step forward with the left foot. Right away, taking your foot a little bit wider out towards the left edge of your mat for lizard. And then just like we did on the other side, taking a beat here just to kind of move around, exploring the shape. Noticing if there's like one variation of the pose that just feels really good this morning. Coming back to your breath if you've lost it. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Beautiful job. I want you to step your left foot back to meet your right. This time going back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in to lift your heels high. And as you exhale, step or hop back to the top of your mat. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise up. Bringing those arms all the way up overhead. Big stretch. Exhale, fold back down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Bring it up. Big stretch. This time I want you to wrap your right fingers around your left wrist. And as you exhale, pull yourself over to the right for a side stretch. Good. Now inhale back to center. Switch sides as you exhale. Pull yourself to the left. Yes, now inhale back to center. Exhale, dive back down over your legs. Good, breathe in here, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, root to rise. Same thing here, reach up, grab your left wrist. Exhale, pull to the right. Inhale, bring it back to center. Switching sides on the exhale. Inhale, back to center. Adding on one more time here as you exhale. Cactus your arms, opening the chest. Maybe drop your head back. Beautiful. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. Take a breath out, let it go. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more time, deep breath in. This time as you exhale, drop your knees, make your way back to child's pose. Melting your hips back towards your heels, reaching the arms out in front of you, forehead down. So we're gonna finish right where we started. Give yourself just a moment here to check back in with your body. Notice where you're really feeling energy, maybe like even a little bit of vibration, right? Like where do you feel that there's something happening in your body? Notice if you feel a little more open after just spending a few minutes stretching, strengthening, moving mindfully. 3 breaths to finish out our practice this morning. Deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more just like that. Inhale. Nice strong exhale out. Thank you so much for carving out just a little bit of time for yourself this morning. Have a wonderful day, yogi, and I will see you next time. Namaste.